Right, first thing we've got to do is check that we are good to go with the audio, and we'll get started. And apparently fall. Did not realise that short did so well. That's crazy. So I can't. So you quickly jump in and make sure my audio is all working. There we go. We know the audio is working. Perfect. So I am going to quickly go get something out the other room, which will be integral for us doing this live tonight. So yeah, going to go get that flash drive. It's part of the gaming thing, and we'll go from there. But trust me, this will be a long live. It'll either be one very long live, or it'll be a split live with two. I've not decided which route to go yet. Alright, I'm here. I had to do something. I had issues with the TV, but I was getting the USB stick that we're going to do with the gaming. You'll edit a reel for free. I do my own editing. Think so. Reply a quick message. Anyway, so I'm gonna do two things. I'm gonna do a little bit of organizing because I had to dig out some things. I'll explain that in a moment. But you've seen the previous streams, you'll know that we had bother with trying to get Grand Theft Auto and stuff to load on the old Xbox, right? But I dug out my old 360 that I had sitting around because I've got two of them. The other one had it already pre-installed, and I was able to. I tried transferring all the data to that one, but it still wouldn't work. So I just played it on there, inserted my profile on for USB stick. So, cause I mean, gathering achievements in old games just is something I've been doing lately. So I was able to make it all work out quite well. The problem is I had to pull all the I've got storage stuff out to access what I was looking for. So I've got some cleaning and reorganizing to do while I chat with you guys. I'll throw YouTube on in the background. There we go, that's all plugged in, so I'll be able to access all of the things. But yeah, the live's a bit later, but you know, there's some method as to why I've made it late. Jesus loves me, that's brilliant. Right. So I'll just be chatting and organising, well, for the first little bit of the stream, but I don't know which direction to go in. I intentionally waited till my phone was at 100% because I know I can get a much longer live that way. So I've not decided if it's going to be two live streams with a gap in between while I go do some things, or one long stream. I've not quite decided. I'll probably take feedback on that from you all who are watching. Honestly, I don't know. I've not thought. It's not something I've given a lot of thought. And it's sort of like placing these bags back under the bit in the storage shelving. Okay, it was inside one of these bags that I was looking for earlier. Apparently that happened. I'll read comments in a second. Sure. Apparently that happened. Anyway, so I've got to put some background noise on while I'm doing this because I'm not going to do too much commentary. I just want to get this stuff done so we can get into the gaming. You subscribe to the channel, thank you very much. I'm currently on my way to 2,200 subscribers.
Lego City is one of... Have you ever won?
I'll put this random video on while I continue to move things. I've got this box here, for example. This box weighs a ton, by the way, and it's all just instruction manuals. It's like paper can be heavy in quantities, it's crazy.
How did Franklin meet Lamar? How did Trevor meet Michael for the first time? All of these details will be revealed in today's video. Let's start off with Michael Townley, not DeSanta as he's later known in 2013. He wasn't always living the life of luxury, quite the opposite in fact. Michael was born around 1965 or 1968 in the Midwest. Grew up far from the comfort and privilege that his children would later enjoy. Raised in a trailer park, his childhood was shaped by poverty and hardship. His father was an alcoholic and abusive. Eventually,
Yeah, let's try to angle this box in as a little bit of a pain. See, I would put music or something on, but that would get me a copyright strike. Not during the stream, but later when it tries to upload a full video, it wouldn't work.
Earning recognition for his talent and occasionally landing his photo in the local newspaper. However, his future in sports was cut short due to a
That is deep.
And his volatile temper. Trevor also mentions the Midwest several times, leading us to believe that this was very likely close to North Yankton, if not within North Yankton itself. As a young adult, Michael began a long crime. According to himself, he was in prison twice by the time he was 20. While in prison, he learned many skills, including how to use a tattoo gun by tattooing his name on his cellmate's buttocks. He committed his first robbery in 1988, where he managed to steal $10,000 from a small business on the outskirts of Carson City.
What else did he get in there?
88, outskirts of Carson City. Took a small franchise from 10G. Yeah, things were easier back then. Yeah, 25 years ago. Jesus!
It's during this period where he associated himself with Lester Crest, which, as we all know, is the heist planner and mastermind in many of the heists in GTA 5. So how did Michael come to meet Trevor?
Because I do this in a way that's a bit like a puzzle.
Let's quickly give a backstory on Trevor.
The storage
Trevor's
side of it.
background is largely speculative and comes from his own stories, many of which are exaggerated or inconsistent. He was born and raised in Canada near the US border, claims to have grown up across multiple states and countries, living in 14 homes, 3 care facilities, and correctional institutions with 8 fathers, and a complex relationship with his beautiful Danish mother, as he claimed. From a young age, Trevor exhibited violent tendencies and struggled to fit into society. He claims that during a rage-fueled episode, he sodomized his hockey coach with a hockey stick and strangled a clarinet player with their own instrument. His father eventually abandoned him in a shocking move, inviting Trevor to burn the down in retaliation. Trevor also had a brother named Ryan, believe it or not, with whom he had a strained relationship. Ryan died
There we go.
in a road accident sometime before 2013. He also claims to have been the Canadian under-18 champion in hockey, came close to turning professional, but obviously things went wrong. Later in life, Trevor discovered a natural talent for flying jets and enlisted in the Air Force to become a fighter pilot. However, just days
Right, I'm just about done doing this part of it, then I'll be right with you.
after a psychological evaluation deemed him mentally unstable. This implied that his difficult relationship with his mother maybe played a part in his disqualification.
You were saying what he could do. He couldn't throw, and his coach had a stick accident like I had one. Right. But he could fly planes, this kid. So he signed up to the Air Force to fly all day long and bomb villages and maybe, just maybe, drop the nuke. And it was all going well until one day, just before he got his wings, an evil witch in charge of psychological evaluations told him he was unstable. Grounded him for life. That's terrible. It was. Sent him into a deep pit of doubt and despair.
So after leaving the military, Trevor became
One second, let's try to get one that's like a bit of a puzzle the way I've got this.
clear direction by the late 1980s. Around the age of 20, he started running a small air freight business in North Yankton. This is where he eventually met Michael Townley.
Sorted.
Let's track back to how exactly Michael and
Hey there, Jonathan. How's it going?
Trevor Phillips while smuggling cargo across the border. As Trevor waited for his unknown contact, he noticed 2 dust trails on the road, even though he only expected to be meeting one person. Michael stepped out of the first vehicle, while an older civilian emerged from the second. It
Right.
turned out that Michael had carjacked the man, and in an attempt to make a quick getaway, sped towards where he was supposed to meet Trevor. As the civilian tried to alert Trevor as to what had happened, Trevor responded by brutally killing the man with a flare gun, shooting him directly in his eye.
I get close to the old guy and I pull out this flare gun I'm carrying around, squeeze the thing off in his eye. Shit, that was horrible. We had to pick up the body and dumped in a lake on the way. The thing was still burning in his head when we dropped him. The plane never smelled the same. Both of us threw up when we landed. It was quite a baptism. You ain't never
Right, what else?
Not really. Some deer, foxes, drifters, nothing serious.
Yeah,
Recognizing how well they worked together,
Pretty
despite
much.
the grisly incident, Michael took Trevor under his wing, and the two became partners in various crimes. Although they had some success, their criminal careers were fraught with difficulties.
How about you? Why don't you share with the group? I'm here, out back with facts. The checks can't place. That was it. 30 grand. Watch out. It was a bit more complicated than that.
I'm just doing a bit of cleaning before we start.
Maybe I knew the guy. Maybe he ID'd me. Maybe you did 6 months. Maybe I was out in court, and that children is why I don't leave witnesses. That children is why you don't rob people that you know.
But this is where things all started to go wrong. Where in 1991, Michael Trevor and an associate visited a strip club, where Michael met a stripper named Amanda, who went by the alias Crystal. However, she soon took a liking to Michael, and the two began a romantic relationship. Michael used money from his criminal activities
Thank
to
you.
buy Amanda.
Yeah, it's alright, man.
So this
Pop back
investment
anytime.
led to Michael establishing his own ring for women of the night.
You always liked fakeness. So you keep telling me. And, you know something else? I get the feeling I'm about to. Uh-huh. That's why you married a stripper. You like people who do things for money. No offense.
Right, well, we're getting started with the gaming very soon.
A few months into their relationship, Michael and Amanda married, eventually having 2 children and Jim living together in the US. As Michael's family grew, he began to shift and started questioning the dangerous criminal lifestyle he was leading. Trevor, however, saw these changes as a sign of weakness, and this is when things really began to fall apart.
And they lived happily ever after? For a while. Until the troll met another troll in a strip club. And then now
Not 5 likes.
troll tits. Even bigger than his real troll tits. So she could make more money stripping. Maybe a little on the side without call work. But you didn't hear that from me. Wow. And then she pushed out a pair of little trolls, and the big bad troll under the bridge went soft. What? So little Trevor made a new friend called Brad, and he was thinking about cutting Mike off when it all went to shit, and Mike got killed and Brad went to jail. You know, the name just changed, or am I missing something? Shut up! I miss the old days. Good times. Watching you shake it.
I miss every girl calling you the one-pump chump.
Still stripping so much, Amanda?
Still masturbating so much, Trevor?
Are those lips fake as well, or just the tits?
How's your mom, Trevor? I miss her.
This is where Trevor met a fellow crook named Brad Snyder. Brad being the guy who got shot instead of Michael in the prologue. But what you might not have known is that Michael and Brad never showed empathy for one another, and often
Sorry, I'm back.
expressed mutual distaste and distrust when working together. They didn't like one another, and by the sounds of it, Trevor
So,
kind
I think I'll do a bit more sorting, because
less
there's a few more things I need to get sorted out. It says free here, I ain't that daft, and the phone's more up to date than anything else
Some things
that we use on these streams.
Brad's not a thing.
Hey there, Gentleman Gaming. How's it going?
Bruised more than a sum of his parts, and he was a pretty shit part. He is a pretty shit part, and that's only because he's in jail. No, he is shit because he's lazy, forgetful, mean, and stupid. With respect, he's changed, all right? Right. He's educated himself inside, and he's a valuable part of the team. Right. Brad was a dick, wasn't he? Really? If I'm completely honest with you, Brad was a bit of a dick. The dude who got killed? Yeah, I mean, could I have done it one day? Probably like, wouldn't have done it in such an underhanded fashion, and
So, in 2004, Michael made a secret deal with a corrupt FIB agent named Derek Norton. The agreement involved cutting ties with Trevor and Brad in exchange for a fresh start. Michael promised Norton a monthly 5-figure payout, and in return, Norton would relocate Michael and his family to Los Santos identities. This may sound very similar to protection.
We're going to move to Los Santos. I made a deal. Slavery. Totally white clean. Trust me, darling. Look at me. Amanda. It was the only thing I could do. Get out. I'm that guy.
Of course I have. I just try not to on stream.
He gets the glory, I get out. It's not even a decision.
Just organising for a box right now.
Nothing is gonna go wrong. Nothing. I did.
Brad's body was buried in Michael's grave, while Michael watched his own funeral from afar.
Yeah, sure.
Santos, Michael entered a midlife crisis, seeking therapy from Dr. Messiah Freelander, an overpriced psychologist who was largely indifferent to Michael's issues. In 2012, Wade Herbert and his friends Daisy Bell, Kush Chronic, and several other juggalos were en route to the Gathering, a massive festival where they made a stop in Sandy Shores. They crossed paths with Trevor Phillips, who immediately took an unsettling interest in them. After a brief encounter, Trevor convinced Wade's friends to follow him to a nearby quarry, where they mysteriously disappeared. While Wade waited for his friends to return, he remained blissfully unaware of what had happened, and Trevor never outright revealed their fate. However, it was heavily implied that Trevor brutally murdered them at the quarry.
Remember when we met? Sure. Last year. I was on the way to the gathering with Daisy Bell and Kush Chronic and you stopped in Sandy Shores to get lit, and you met a dealer and he looked after you.
So how's everyone doing today?
That was weird, wasn't it? The last time I saw him, it was with you, driving out to the quarry, and then they just disappeared. Poof, right? They were gone. Some friends, right? And now Cousin Deborah don't want you around. I mean, there's a pattern here. God's gonna get you.
So Trevor allowed Wade to stick around, seeing potential in the young man's
I'm just
life.
organising for a box that I had sitting in storage that I'm trying to, clear some space by getting rid of.
Began working for Trevor and eventually became part of Trevor's small-time criminal operation in Sandy Shores. This is where Trevor and Ron were working together. So we discussed Michael and Trevor, but of course the last remaining character is Franklin. Franklin is interesting in this regard because, well, no one actually knows about Franklin before GTA.
Hey there.
Franklin Clinton was born in South Los Santos, San Andreas in 1988, and he spent most of his life navigating through the streets of Los Santos, raised in an environment steeped by gang culture. Franklin became a gangbanger at a young age, joining the Chamberlain gangster families alongside his best friend, Carl Davis. Together they committed small crimes to make a living, such as carjackings and petty thefts. Franklin, Lamar, and some of their
That's not too
friends
bad, thank you.
decided to split from Forum Drive, forming independent Forum gangsters. Franklin's early life, however, was fraught with hardship. He never knew his father, and his mother, a cocaine addict, struggled to care for him. Her addiction ultimately led to her death when Franklin was still a little boy. We can actually see a photo of what Franklin looked like younger here. Following her death, Franklin was taken in by his maternal grandparents, but he still gravitated towards the streets, finding a sense of identity and hustle. It's around this time where Franklin became friends with Tonya Wiggins and J.D. Bradshaw.
Oh, one of my viewers insists that I yell numbers when we hit certain like count for some reason.
After his grandparents passed away, Franklin moved in with his aunt Denise, inheriting a house on Ford Drive. He attended Davis High School with Lamar, Tanisha Jackson, and Tonya, but his temper got the better of him after he was expelled for assaulting a teacher. As he plunged deeper into gang life, he became a street leader, a gangbanger, various
I'm gonna get rid of all this because I don't need it. I'll be back in a moment.
Misfortunes
I'll do it when that guy comes back in the stream.
An Armenian businessman who ran a shady car dealership. Under the guise of selling cars, Simeon used the dealership as a front for loan sharking and extortion. When clients inevitably defaulted on their loans, Franklin and Lamar were tasked with repossessing the cars, pulling them further into the criminal underworld. However, this is what ultimately led Franklin to meeting Michael. So you could say that it was either a good thing or a really bad thing.
What about you and Frank?
Oh, hell no, homie. It ain't like that. We ain't like y'all. You know, niggas don't get down like that. I mean, one time we was both fucking this bitch and I was about to go in and we kind of like touched dicks, but it wasn't even like a slap or nothing. I mean, man, it was like almost like a brush, you know? I mean, that shit, it wasn't nothing, homie. It wasn't even like awkward or nothing. Just don't tell nobody.
That's how you met Franklin. Brushing cocks in an orgy.
It wasn't no orgy. Fuck, man, that was a three-way. Nah, we ain't meet there. Nah, wait, that wasn't Frank. That was JB in the three-way. Frank ain't into that. And he smoked crack, man. JB, I mean, not Frank. So there you go.
Actually, man, you know what? I don't care where you and JB met or you and Franklin.
It was at school, motherfucker. Davis High. Me and Frank was always tight. Lanky and fatty. We was slanging together, then we was banging together, then we back to slanging. That's a young man game, you heard me?
Yeah, I heard you. But I don't really care.
What I found particularly interesting about this research was finding out about Michael and Trevor's past particularly, and how exactly the two came to meet. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video as much as I did researching it and putting it all together. If you guys want to see more topics like this discussing characters in the GTA universe, then let me know in the comments down below. And I'll see you guys in another video very soon. Adios.
I don't know why, right? It's something to do with like a sport.
Would a GTA or
I don't know.
Rockstar game for that matter be without a good old soul?
I'm not doing it.
Well, I've gone ahead and replayed all the old GTAs for this video to fully refresh my memory. In my not so humble opinion, these are the worst betrayals in the history of GTA.
I just got a random guy talking about GTA on the background while I organise some things before we get started. But people were asking for longer streams, so this is kind of how you're getting a longer stream. Because realistically, I'd like to go back to making the ones that were 4 or 5 hour long, but they're hard to get.
Michelle is actually Karen, an
Slightly.
undercover agent working for the United Liberty Paper, a shadowy government agency. She manipulates Nico into getting closer to her so she can monitor him and gather information about his activities. This twist not only shocks Nico, but adds to the game's theme of mistrust and manipulation, leaving him questioning who he can rely on in Liberty City. So Nico meets Michelle as soon as he's basically fresh off the boat during a mission for Roman called Three's a Crowd. Roman sends Nico to pick up his girlfriend Mallory at the subway station and adds that she's got a friend with her which he could maybe try to date. Once you arrive at the pickup point, honking the horn will get the two
Well,
together.
you're not wrong.
This is when Mallory introduces Nico to Michelle for the first time.
Get in, ladies.
Hey, Nico, thanks for coming. I should have known your mom would find some excuse not to turn up. This is Michelle. Hi, how are you?
You must then take the two back to Michelle's apartment, and along the way, Mallory suggests Nico and Michelle to go out on a date.
Come on, you guys. You're both single. You're adults. Take a number, Nico.
Hey, I'd like to see you again, Nico. You look like that kind of guy I want to get to know.
And that's how Nico and Michelle's relationship starts. Although you could say Mallory is to blame for befriending Michelle and bringing her into Nico's life, I think she deserves some slack, as she does prove to be a real one by helping with the apartment in Bow House and letting Nico work with
He does a good job at being mod.
Michelle's entire job that she trained for, and she does actually do an amazing job at putting on that friendly, slightly awkward girl next door act. So, shortly after 3, the crowd, Michelle will call Nico and invite him to go on a date.
See ya.
Hey, Nico, it's Michelle. We met with Mallory, Roman's girlfriend.
I remember. What's up, Michelle?
I don't normally do this, but I thought you'd probably be pretty lonely, having just moved to Liberty City and all.
You do not normally do what?
You're not making this easy for me, are you? I'm asking you out on a date.
Before triggering the first date mission, you will always receive a call from Roman asking for help when you get close to Michelle's house. Before Roman's call to start the mission, you'll miss out on some really important dialogue from Michelle, which actually gives you a clue into who she really is. But if you answer the call and help Roman with the loan sharks before the first date mission, which by the way is the canon choice, you get this text message from her after. Nico, where did you go? I couldn't find you. Did something important come up? Are you involved with some bad people? So she sends 3 questions in one message. The first 2 you can pass off as pretty normal to ask relative to the situation. But that last one is what's very sus in hindsight. Up until this point, Michelle should have
Right, I'm here.
question if Nico is involved
It's
in some
cold.
kind of people. You've only had two brief
No, I'm like
interactions.
that too.
The ride home from the subway, the
So
phone
did
call
you
asking
all
Nico on a
explain
date. Both occasions,
maybe have
nothing
to go
whatsoever was
tomorrow
said
and
that could give off that
touch
impression.
up the
And then when you
dial.
start the mission, you will
Ah.
also get the
And
canon dialogue.
oil and
So,
sand.
Nico, why couldn't you come on the date earlier? What happened?
Roman got himself into some trouble. I had to help him out.
Really? Does Roman get himself
I'm the
into a lot of
same.
trouble? Is he involved in criminal stuff?
Roman? Huh. He's made some mistakes. Got
Yeah.
involved with people he shouldn't have, but really, he's a legitimate businessman.
What about you?
I'm just trying to make the
Yeah.
right decisions.
So this, paired with the text message, you can tell she's trying to get information from Nico that could possibly incriminate himself or Roman, but hides it really well under the guise of genuine care and innocent curiosity. If you take the time to go on more dates with Michelle, often she will say and do stuff that gives us even more clues. Like some of the stuff she comes out with is straight up weird.
Weird crowd in that place. Packed with criminals. I've never been there before, but I think some of the guys in there might have been gangsters.
Huh, I really don't know about that sort of thing, Michelle. Can I come in?
Nico, are you aware of the consequences of that kind of thing? People get hurt, end up in court, you know.
Yes, I don't want anyone to get burned. How about the kiss?
Why not? Interesting bar. Do you think those guys were crooks?
I don't know about that kind of thing. So, did you drink in there? I could swear it was just me knocking back that stuff. Shit, I do not know. I cannot really remember. You are a strange girl, Michelle. A funny girl. I do not know. Can I come up for a nice hot coffee?
I shouldn't, but I like you.
Great.
There's more! Tell me more! Oh, that's great! Speak up a little! Oh, that's great!
Oh, but there's something strange about her.
Then a little bit later in the story, when you start working for Elisabetta, you will also receive a call from Michelle warning you about her.
Hey, Nico. Mallory tells me you are working with Elisabetta Torres now.
Do you two know each other? Elisabetta seems to have a lot of friends.
That's because she's a dealer, Nico. Junkies like the people who supply them with drugs. You aren't getting involved in that world, are you?
I'm trying to avoid it, Michelle. But maybe I do a few errands for Elisabetta. Nothing serious, though. I am no dealer.
If you need help with anything, Nico, just speak to me. If you want to get something off your chest, I'm a good listener, you know?
So even though most of us didn't see it coming, the signs of Michelle being a cop were definitely there before the big twist reveal at the end of the snowstorm mission. Quick recap of the mission. Nico arrives at Elisabetta's apartment to find her in a heated dispute with little Jacob about an untrustworthy contact he had introduced her to, resulting in a large amount of her drugs being stolen. Nico agrees to handle the situation for her, and once you reach the yellow marker outside the old hospital, a cutscene will show the Angels of Death and the
Right, I'm back.
concluding a deal.
This is scale fish. Imported straight from Bolivia, manito. Polvo puro.
I never called you annoying, I just merely agreed.
The best everything gets made here. If the
One
best
sec, I've got an email to check.
or Colombia or wherever, what do you
Hey, said you're good at your job.
Rockfell's comedy is unmatched. Anyhow, Elisabetta's drugs will be in a room at the back of the hospital, so you have to cross the entire building to retrieve them, fighting any and everyone that gets in your way. After retrieving the duffel bag, Nico will phone Jacob to confirm he has the stuff, when suddenly the noose arrives and storm the hospital. You must then fight your way back out of the hospital and escape your wanted level. After losing the police, Nico will call Jacob to inform him. However, Jacob will sound very stupid on the phone.
I lost the heat. Where are you?
Cheers, Brian. I'm with some fuckers that know I. Yes, you know, Nico. This is some strange shit.
When you arrive at the rendezvous, the final cutscene of the mission will play, and Michelle's secret is finally revealed.
Jake, what are you talking about? You know, I think you're smoking too much.
Yo, me think you know the heat that come from in a king.
Hey, Nico. Hey, Jacob.
What are you doing here? This is no place for you, Michelle.
As it happens, it is. You see, Nico, I have been working for the government. I'm afraid it's my job to watch you. And now I have to ask you for the coke.
This is a joke, right?
Please don't make this harder for me than it already is. Look, they're about to take down Elizaveta.
I don't fucking believe this.
Listen, I'm sorry it had to be this way, Nico. I'm really sorry. Hey, you know, you could have gone down too if you weren't so useful.
Fucking bitch.
Nico,
What up? Remember saying white liquor off just like that? Nothing now, go on.
well,
So I've decided this will be a split stream. You'll get some of it now, me organising things and
the office is in
sorting out the place, and then you'll get the gaming side. I don't know like if that'll be the way I split it, but it'll be 2 streams split. I've decided to go that way.
the coke, please.
So after this, every call to Michelle will go to voicemail. However, she will phone Nico later on to summon him to the ULP building. These are the last couple of interactions we ever have with her in the game.
Hey, Nico, it's me.
Yeah? Who are you? Can you remind me?
That doesn't matter. You need to meet me outside the United Liberty Paper Building in Oklahoma. It's very important that you be there. Goodbye.
Look, I'm not in the business of caring about people's feelings, bud. Yeah? Boom fucking who?
Hey,
Hi.
listen, I know what you must be thinking, but don't bother.
I'm sorry, but I don't see how you know what I must be thinking.
You've killed people. You should be dead yourself. Or inside. You're just lucky it was me and not someone else who got their hooks into you. I'm sorry that I lied to you. And weirdly, in some ways, you're a nice guy. Better than the creeps I normally date. But you're damaged goods.
No doubt.
Let's go.
What?
In here.
Salute? Eat my ass, buddy. I'm up for the promotion. You're not. What the hell?
Right, so
Here.
We're going to meet someone.
Sounds fun.
I'm quickly give the place a hoover because it needs it.
What you're looking for, you won't find. Feds are all over it. Crime is done. You've watched too many movies.
Whatever you say, Michelle. Or whatever your name is.
It's Karen. My name is Karen.
Interesting. And you whore for the government. I kind of like the honesty in that.
I have a
Sup,
clean
man?
conscience.
I'll be right back.
Very lucky for you.
In here, office 396.
Hi there.
Here he is.
I can see that. Thanks, Karen. Hey, cheer up. You did good. You get a Sammy if you care about that sort of thing.
Thank you.
So, Mr.
And with that, Karen Daniels, aka Michelle, is never seen again in Liberty City. Only mentioned a couple of times in some other missions while working for the ULP.
So why use me?
We always use people like you. Karen, Michelle, she was the same. Someone with something to lose, but not much to live for.
Or what did you give Michelle? For me?
Michelle, Karen, we gave her a life back. We didn't play too rough. We gave her some money. She still works for us.
We did see Karen Daniels make a return in GTA 5, of course, where she's now working for the IAA, which, if you didn't know, is basically the in-game version of the CIA. But next, we're taking a trip back to Vice City with a devastating,
Alright, I'm back.
iconic
I've got it.
portrayal of Lance Barnes. Introduced early in the game as a key ally to Tommy Vercetti, their partnership begins with tragedy. In the opening intro, Tommy is sent.
So how's everyone doing? How's your Tuesday going?
Deal at the Viceport docks. This deal, meant to establish Sonny's foothold in Vice City, involves Lance Barnes and his brother, Victor Barnes, who serves as the supplier. However, just as the exchange is underway, unknown gunmen ambush the scene, killing Victor Barnes and several others. Tommy barely escapes with his life, leaving the drugs and Sonny Forelli's money behind. The next time we see Lance is in the third mission after you both happen to track down the same guy that possibly has information about who was behind the setup.
Oh, way to go, tough guy. Beat him to a ball. That should make him real chatty. You want some too? Hey.
I've just noticed I need to find a component for this hoover.
What's that? Your green and my dead brother's white.
Oh, nice. How's that going for you? I'll be right back.
Just silenced our lead.
This mission marks the beginning of their investigation into the ambush as they start piecing together the players involved in the setup.
I'm gonna go see what I can dig up. I've been watching you, Tommy.
Their partnership strengthens a little bit later on in the mission Guardian Angels, where they formally introduce themselves to each other.
You want to do something other than just shadowing me everywhere? Why don't you come along and show me if you're any use? I might just do that. The name's Lance, by the way. Tommy Vercetti. Let's go.
Tommy and Lance act as armed guards during a weapons deal for Ricardo Diaz, and well, the deal is ambushed, confirming their suspicions that Diaz might have had a hand in the original betrayal, which Lance will bring up in a mission for Diaz, along with some other personal stuff.
Do you know what? If you comment with the name of your gaming channel, or if you join back in the live with the gaming channel, I'll pin it and tell people, and I'll shout it out for you.
He's beginning to trust me. What the hell is this? What do we win? I don't know.
How's that sound?
What's his plan, Vance? Any plan, Vance? Hey, I got enough of that at school.
See if you join the live on the account, I can pin the account. I think people have an easier time finding it that way. Just, yeah, that would be my suggestion. Thanks, Pan. Best way to get the advertising. Oh, there we go. Perfect. Got timed that next then.
Jeopardizes their plans.
What's the problem? Some bars refuse to pay. They reckon they're protected by a local gang of thugs. Don't worry, Tommy. I can handle it.
Pre-orders. Oh, what did you get that was pre-orders? Is it gaming stuff?
You two, off your asses. Let's go.
Tommy's frustration with Lance becomes evident, and their once strong partnership begins to unravel.
Tommy, we gotta talk about stuff. What's the problem, Lance? It's you, my friend. I feel you're not giving me a fair slice. And more than that, you've been embarrassing me in front of the boys. I can't have that. Lance, it ain't like that. You've been making mistakes. Tommy, I'm not your message boy. I'm not your running boy. Lance, don't screw up and we won't have any problem. I screw up, you can lay into me anytime. Tommy,
So I'm just going to continue to sort out this pile.
you treat me like a fool. Don't do that. Lance, I won't rip you off or stab you in the back, okay? Just take it easy. This is tough enough without you getting all emotional on me. Trust me. You hear me? You hear me? I hear you, Tommy. But I can't take this much more. Lance, don't be like this. Now I'm warning you. You hear me? Just relax. Take a few days off. Okay? I'll talk to you. Tommy, it's me, Lance. I'll shut this up because I ain't got no time to talk. I ain't interested in what you gotta say. Why should I be? You don't care about me, do you? You gotta look out for your big
That was almost not fun.
It's just that people patronize me all my life. Treat me like a little kid. My brother would do that. I gotta go.
Lance's betrayal unfolds in the mission Keep Your friends close, Sonny Ferrelli arrives in Vice City to demand his cut of Tommy's empire. In a shocking twist, Tommy, now the kingpin of Vice City, finds himself betrayed not just by Sonny Ferrelli, his former boss, but also his right-hand man, Lance.
There's 3 on the cases. How many was it? 10?
So how's everyone doing anyway?
11, man. That's how you get to be called the Howard Butcher.
You sent me to kill one man. One man. They knew I was coming, son.
Tommy, watch your tone. Anyone would think you blame me for that unfortunate set of circumstances.
Just take the money. Get the damn cash.
You know, Tommy, I did what I could for you. I pulled strings, called in favors. I was your friend, Tommy. I hoped you'd see sense, see what's good for business. I trusted you, Tommy, and you disappointed me. But at least someone in your chicken shit organization knows how to do business. Isn't that right, Lance? Sorry, Tommy. This is Vice City. This is business. You sold us out. No, I sold you out, Tommy. I sold you out. The real cash is upstairs in the safe. So, Tommy, what was the big plan? You think I just take the fake cash, save face, and run away with my tail between my legs? No, I just wanted to piss you off before I kill you. No one to cover your ass now, eh, Tommy? You're going down, you backstabbing prick. Oh, you think so?
The confrontation takes us all the way to the rooftop.
Yeah, I'm just organising the stuff that I had to go through because I was going through that box earlier in the stream as you saw.
I had enough of that in school. You picked the wrong side, Lance.
Not gonna lie though, his death is a little anticlimactic since there's no cutscene for it. But yes, still such a legendary moment.
That's Lance. Tommy, I never liked that guy.
So, why did Lance betray Tommy? The answer lies in his character. Lance was never content with being second in command. His ego couldn't handle Tommy's rise to power, and his jealousy ultimately consumed him. But now we turn our attention to the series' most iconic plot twist to this day. And of course, I'm talking about Big Smoke and Ryder's betrayal in GTA San Andreas.
Way I see it, man, I need to be in charge of my destiny, homie. This way you will be, homie. This is all about destiny. You know I got your back, right, homie? Cool.
To understand the betrayal, we first need to understand the bond that Roach and his family, one of the most iconic gangs in Los Santos, was more than just a criminal organisation. It was a brotherhood.
So this will be one of 2 streams. I'm splitting it. So I've made my decision on that, as I was saying. So this will be the side where I, get the place organised and stuff while chatting, because why not?
After 5 years on the East.
And then I'll do another one where it's just gaming.
It's time to go home.
Carl Johnson, aka CJ, returns to Los Santos after spending years away in Liberty City, called home by his older brother Sweet, after the death of his mother in a drive-by shooting. Upon returning to the Johnson house in the heart of Grove Street where he grew up, CJ is haunted by memories of the past, until, out of nowhere,
You picked the wrong house, fool! Hey! Big Smoke! It's me, Carl! Chill! CJ. Oh, my God! What's up? Hey, baby. You okay, man? Nah, man. It's my mom's, homie. Hey, I don't know why this had to happen, but I promise you, I'm gonna find out who killed your mom.
So what was Big Smoke doing in the Johnson house alone? I know many of us overlook this point, but it is very suspicious, and although very subtle, this is our first clue of Smoke's involvement in the murder and his betrayal. In the drive-through mission, CJ starts asking questions about his mother. Smoke's behaviour and dialogue throughout the entire mission is questionable, to say the least.
Come on. We gotta talk about it.
We all gotta talk about it. They was going for sweet.
How you supposed to know that? You know what people are like. Say they have love for you, but won't say a word. Too damn scared.
Some people say they saw a clean slaver doing the work, then speeding away.
Yeah, but people like to talk, don't they?
Hey, sorry, bro. You know I gotta know about mom. No.
Spraying the place, making it smell a bit nicer.
Yeah, I didn't know she was finished, right. Let's eat.
Smoke is very dismissive toward the whole subject of Beverly Johnson's death. And then when the Barlers show up, he only focuses on eating his food instead of helping his homies.
Why you ain't blasting, Smoke? I'll shoot him when I'm done eating.
Yeah, this live stream's been going pretty quick.
Another clue to Smoke's betrayal is that he's always challenging Sweet's leadership. Thinks they need to get into the drug game because of how lucrative it is. That goes against Sweet's and by proxy Grove Street family's principles, so he wants nothing to do with it.
Hey, fool, we losing the streets, man. Now we just standing by our principles, homie. But our principles are making us bitches, man. Every day ballers get stronger, and you and I get weaker. You and I get poorer, man. Hey, that shit'll blow over. Oh, no, it does. Hey, you gotta keep it real, man. Ain't nobody give a shit about this. All he do is sell gay and ruin the place. No crack ever made a gang tiger. Oh, no, man. What's up, y'all? What's up, CJ? What's crack? Man, all they care about is smoking and money. You can't knock the homies hustlers, even mark-faced soldiers. They idiots trying to take business, yeah, but they down with us, man. All they down with is money. Respect has to be earned, Sweet, just like money. So what you saying? You don't respect me? What I'm saying is, speak up, nigga. I'm hungry.
So we eventually see blatant proof of Big Smoke and Ryder's betrayal in the Green Saber mission. Sweet rallies up the Grove Street families to make a big move on the Barlers, who'll spawn rivals. However, right after Sweet's motivational speech, CJ receives a call from Caesar insisting that he has to show him something right away.
1 second, guys.
Hey, CJ, it's Caesar, man.
I'm kind of busy now. Something big going down.
Hey, I gotta see you, Holmes. Tell you something.
Look, if it's about Kendall, don't worry. Be cool, all right?
No, Caesar, you gotta come and see something. Something important, eh?
Well, it's gonna have to wait.
This can't wait, Holmes. If I tell you, you won't believe it, I swear.
Okay, I got about 5, so it better be good. Where you at?
I'm under the freeway, north side of Vernon Plus.
Just got to organise these plugs and stuff, and we'll be good to go. But yeah, I got to stop the stream for a little bit and do a couple of things. But you know, we'll come back later on. I don't know what game we're gonna be playing. Probably the Complete Saga, because a lot of you guys were asking me to finish that. So we'll try and get through a couple episodes. Hey, I'm confident we can get through quite a bit. Well, we're approaching the hour mark.
Shit, Smoke. Crash making you sell us out? Mom!
To witnessing Smoke and Ryder's betrayal, you must rush to Sweet's rescue as CJ believes he's walking into a trap. When CJ gets there, he finds Sweet in terrible condition. Sweet tells him to just leave, but CJ refuses to abandon his brother and holds off the Barlers until the cops arrive.
CJ, Caesar called. Shit. It's Smoke. Get Phineas the ball. He sold us out. Nah, man, I ain't running out on my... I'm taking you. You hear me? I'm taking you.
Webcam. I'm planning to start using this for the live streams with my laptop, but I'm still looking at how the best way to do that. I'm not the most technological person.
Further into doing more of their dirty work, such as getting rid of witnesses and evidence against them. Carl is also ordered to stay away from Big Smoke. In return, Crash will keep Sweet off the Barlers block in prison.
I can't believe that nigga Smoke turned on me.
Smoke! Smoke does exactly what he's told. He learned that lesson a long time
Damn,
ago.
man, take it easy.
Homies for life, street loyalty. That's all bullshit, Carl. Didn't you learn that when they ran you out of town just because you let Brian die? Huh? Daddy, I can't deal with this guy. He's an idiot. Let me hear this fucker out. No, officer. For once, let's let the kid do something good with his useless life. He can help us with the fight against crime. Right, Carl? Yeah, by any means necessary. Now you stay the fuck away from Smoke and stay the fuck away from us. Otherwise, Sweet's gonna find himself on a baller's block, getting in touch with his feminine side.
While in exile out in the country, CJ learns about a meeting involving the Loco Syndicate, a collective outfit dealing primarily with drugs. Ryder is seen attending the meeting accompanied by a barber, confirming to CJ that he's fully turned his back on them to build a drug empire with Smoke.
What? You head? This business is bigger than any gang, is it? Right, little bitch.
So Ryder eventually meets...
Right,
the
so
fourth end in
we're going to
Pierce.
end off in a minute or two. I'm pretty much just about done. I just had to get all this kind of organised. It was bugging me, but I thought people were asking for more streams, so I decided to incorporate it into the stream.
Head, asshole. Where you think you going?
Can't stop me. He's in it for the bullet.
Don't worry about it. I got this.
That's thing for charging, but yeah, so I'll come back probably in about an hour or so. What time are we on right now? So it's 9 minutes past 7. I'll try and return for about 8. I'll see you guys there.